What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Sauti Briefs, where we discuss current conservation topics in Kenya and Africa. My name is Natasha Nyangara. I hope you've had a fantastic week. Before we jump into today's episode, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate all our subscribers and social media followers for your ongoing support. Please keep the feedback coming in, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what to do. Without further ado, let's do this. On our first story today, we highlight a scientific discovery that could be the solution to the plastic waste crisis. The global plastic pollution crisis is a major ecological issue. According to the United Nations Environment Programme, 400 million tons of degradation-resistant plastic are produced each year. Tens of thousands of tons of extra medical waste have resulted from the response to the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, it is estimated that nearly 85% of all single-use plastic products are estimated to end up as waste in landfills or as unregulated waste. During the UN Environment Assembly held in Nairobi in March this year, 175 nations endorsed a historic resolution to end plastic pollution and forge an internationally binding agreement by the end of 2024. This agreement will be based on open discussions, international collaboration, and informed by science. In tune with this commitment, a team of researchers from the University of Queensland in Australia have recently discovered a larvae of the darkling beetle species that could be the key to mass plastic recycling. In the supporting paper published this month in the Microbial Genomics Journal, the scientists demonstrated that the common Zophobus moreo, also known as the superworm, can eat through polystyrene thanks to a bacterial enzyme in their gut. This discovery was made after a 3-week experiment when a group of superworms that was fed a diet of purely polystyrene foam not only survived but exhibited marginal weight gains. The study's co-author, Dr. Christian Rink, stated that the findings suggested that these organisms derive energy from polystyrene. After further investigation, the team identified the microbes that were most likely responsible for the digestion of this material. Following this study, the researchers contend that embracing a circular economy in which used materials are recycled rather than discarded is a solution to the plastic pollution crisis. Their long-term goal is to develop enzymes that will degrade plastic waste in recycling plants via mechanical shredding followed by enzymatic biodegradation that will ultimately create high-value compounds. Efforts are now being directed towards researching the identified enzymes and pathways involved in the superworm's metabolism. Scientists worldwide are continuously looking for bacteria and other living organisms that naturally degrade plastic waste. In 2015, researchers from Stanford University revealed that mealworms could also survive on styrofoam. The next year, Japanese scientists found bacteria that could eat plastic bottles. In April, researchers from the University of Texas found an enzyme that could digest a plastic resin found in clothes, liquid, and food containers. Because the global reliance on plastic is unlikely to drop drastically in the next few years, and the existing plastic waste remains a major issue that will not magically disappear, this collective dedication to new scientific findings inspires confidence that viable and effective solutions to this global issue are in the horizon. Uvumbuzi Africa aims to improve the efficiency of and facilitate seamless solid waste management in Kenya, including plastic waste. Our campaign, launched earlier this year, dubbed Kenyans Turning Garbage into Treasure, is designed for individuals, groups, CBOs, SMEs, and private companies in both the formal and informal sectors. It is aimed at identifying, nurturing, and connecting demographics who are engaged in the management of solid waste, from collection and sorting, recycling, upcycling, to the production of high-value raw materials. Through this campaign, we aim to improve the organizational, operational, and technical capacities of individuals and groups across Kenya to play effective roles as waste managers. We also aim to advocate for the integration of formal and informal workers in the public waste management systems. If you would like to learn more about this campaign, and how you can be a part of it or benefit from it, please send us an email at uvumbuziafrica.org@gmail.com or send us a direct message on any of our social media platforms. Earlier this year, a team of Kenyan and foreign experts observed an alarming and widespread decline in Kenya's bird of prey species, popularly known as raptors. A study published in the renowned conservation science journal, Biological Conservation, endorses these claims. The study indicates that during the last 40 years, 19 of the 22 raptor species studied in Kenya have fallen by an average of 70%. Kenya's most famous raptors, such as the secretary bird and long-crested eagle, are nearly vanished, with both species falling by 94%. Unfortunately, there has been no evidence of any significant rise in any bird species. Dr. Phil Shaw, one of the study's co-lead authors, stated that their data revealed a striking difference in raptor patterns between protected and unprotected areas. This highlights the significance of protected areas for Kenya's residual populations. He noted, however, that the losses within protected areas were still concerning and called for increased site protection and connectivity. Raptor population declines have been attributed to a sharp increase in human population growth, which has resulted in a biologically impoverished landscape that is less resilient to climate changes and provides fewer ecosystem services, as well as attitudes towards wildlife that have become increasingly intolerant. Poisonings, both intentional and unintentional, collisions with energy equipment, and electrocutions are other serious hazards to Kenya's raptors. On the danger of electrocutions, another of the study's co-authors, Dr. Munir Virani, maintained that this threat can be easily mitigated through remediation of power infrastructure in the country. On the 6th of June, Kenya's National Power Utility Company, KPLC, announced that it had begun a critical power line reconfiguring exercise following a global uproar in 2021 over electrocutions that affected and fatally injured numerous wildlife, including a variety of bird species. The company noted that the rerouting that has commenced in Nakuru would allow birds to land and take off with ease from the Lake Nakuru National Park environs. The utility's managing director, Engineer Geoffrey Mully, confirmed in his statement that the company will partner with environmental conservation organizations and government agencies to carry out research on the impact of power lines on wildlife in order to come up with feasible and viable recommendations to minimize the impact on the environment. Other immediate changes being implemented by the KPLC are the creation of reflector balls on pylon tops at its Juja substation to prevent birds from perching on the structures. We also have some amazing content from our visit to the Kenya Bird of Prey Trust at the Kilimandage Sanctuary in Naivasha on our Sauti za Conservation YouTube web series, so be sure to go check it out. As always, it's been a pleasure. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends, and subscribe. If you have any questions about the topics covered today, please engage with us in the comment section below or send us a direct message on any of our social media platforms. For me, it's Asante. Until next time.